What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Fast. Today, let's get started with Machado Garry rubbishes Sean Brady's claim that he's avoiding him. Brady revealed that he was contacted twice by the UFC for a fight against Machado Garry at UFC 319 and UFC Fight Night 262 in Vancouver, but the Irish fighter allegedly turned him down. No, not a chance. I have never ducked anyone in my life and I never will. Machado Garry most recently competed in April when he defeated Carlos Prates in the UFC on ESPN 66 main event. Machado Garry gave an update on what's next for him and says he has a stipulation for the Brady fight. I'm in negotiations with the UFC. Sean Brady just had a fight with Leon Edwards where he was told behind the scenes that he was going to be the #1 contender. He now has to fight again because Islam Makhachev is moving up. I'm in a position where I have proven time and time again that I'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime, and I'm as game gets. When I beat Sean Brady, I want it publicly known to the world that I'm the next in line. There's no one skipping me. There's no Kamaru coming up. There's no Carlos coming up. I'm next in line. Shavkat comes back from injury? No, I'm here. I'm next in line. If the UFC gives that word, the UFC stick to that. That's something I give them credit for. They stick to that word. So I want it publicly announced that if me and Sean Brady are fighting, it's the #1 contender fight and it's publicly announced as that. Robert Whittaker pushes for stronger penalties to curb eye pokes in MMA. Robert Whittaker recently got real about the problem of eye pokes in MMA and called for harsher penalties to curb the use of the illegal move. Whittaker referenced the Nassourdine Imavov versus Caio Borralho fight at UFC Paris last weekend and discussed the Russian-born Frenchman's violations. Eye pokes need to be addressed. It need to be addressed. He got 3 warnings, didn't he? The thing was, I remember the referee coming in and giving him the hard warning, and Nassourdine goes straight out like this. His hands are open, fingers still pointing up. Eye pokes are so hard. When you get eyes poked, your vision blurs or doubles. It just puts you off so much. I think the consequences should be a little bit more dialed up. An eye poke can change a fight. It needs to be addressed. Israel Adesanya explains how Nassourdine Imavov could give Khamzat Chimaev problems in a potential fight. Israel Adesanya recently reacted to Nassourdine Imavov's win over Caio Borralho at UFC Paris last weekend and theorized how the Russian-born Frenchman could pose problems for middleweight king Khamzat Chimaev in a potential fight. Despite many backing Borralho to beat Imavov, the sniper put on a masterclass performance over 5 rounds at UFC Paris and got his hand raised via unanimous decision. Given that this fight was touted to be a potential title eliminator alongside the upcoming Rainier de Ridder versus Anthony Hernandez fight at UFC Vancouver, many believe that Imavov could face Khamzat in his next outing. If he can take away the wrestling from Khamzat, he'll give him problems. That's what you have to do. Khamzat can strike, but I see what I see. So if Nassourdine can get past that, he'll give Khamzat problems. Right now, Khamzat's on point, he's got the momentum behind him, and so does Imavov. Who's going to win? We'll see. Islam Makhachev, confident in timeline, admits Jack Della Maddalena is no easy opponent. The former UFC lightweight champion will step into new territory when he meets Jack Della Maddalena for the welterweight belt at UFC 322. Makhachev left the 155-pound division in May after 4 successful defenses, choosing to chase a second title rather than continue at lightweight. The move came just weeks after Della Maddalena stunned Belal Muhammad with a clinical performance at UFC 315. That upset shifted the division and set up one of the most intriguing matchups of the year. While much is being made about how Makhachev's size will hold up against a natural welterweight, the Dagestani has reassured fans that he will be in top shape for the fight. The preparation is good. We've just started it. I've just said that we were in camp for 3 weeks and we've just come back. Of course, he presents some danger. If a man is a champion in any weight class, especially in our organization, there are no mismatches there. I am heading towards this fight with the most responsible mindset possible, and I think by mid-November I'm going to be in good shape. Jon Jones aims to show Dana White how serious he is about potential UFC White House feature. Jon Jones recently shared his thoughts on potentially featuring on the UFC White House card next year and vowed to convince Dana White about how serious he is about making a return to active competition. Conor McGregor and Jones soon made it clear that they wanted to feature on that card. However, White doesn't believe Bones is reliable enough to book for such a monumental event and claimed he trusted McGregor more. At the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards, Jones addressed a potential feature on the UFC White House card. I'm definitely training constantly for the opportunity. My goal is to just show Dana White how serious I am about being on the event, and I hope he chooses me. But ultimately it's in his hands. He's the boss.